Hi, welcome to Centerville Reports Today. I'm Maureen Russell-Hodson. The City of Centerville is rolling out a new recycling container program. And here to tell us more is Public Works Director Doug Spitler. Hey, Doug.
Hi, Maureen. How are you?
I'm doing great, and this is pretty exciting because our waste collection program with our residents is very, very popular.
It is.
And we've always had waste. We've always collected recycling, but now we've added a new container for that.
That's correct. It's very similar to our refuse container. It's the toter, it's on wheels, it has a closable lid. The only difference in it is it has a blue lid, so it's distinguishable between that and the refuse container.
And we're showing a photo of it right now.
That's
and
correct.
Still the same. I mean, we did say people can put out unlimited number of recyclables and people would stack, and we used to give a sticker, which we are still doing because this program is slowly being rolled out, right?
Right. It's a phased-in program, and to be honest with you, it will probably take several years to fully implement it. The reason why is we're getting some grant funds. We received grant funds from Montgomery County Solid Waste District to purchase some of the cans, in addition to some of the local money. So we're applying again for those cans, and we'll probably apply in the future for cans. So slowly rolling that out, adjusting our crews and how they pick those cans up, because we are still picking those up semi-manually, meaning someone on the back of the truck still has to grab that can, hook it up to the back of the truck, and tip it. So mechanical, it's tipping it, but it's still operated by a person. Whereas our refuse containers are fully automatic when our trucks are all available, and it's one person, one truck, and the truck has the arm that lifts and dumps the container. There's no person that has to touch the container. So this is taking a little bit longer just because the time it takes to roll the can, hook it up to the tipper, and actually do the job.
And we remind our residents, all of our waste collection customers know that we actually do everything in-house. We've looked at potentially going outside, but our citizens really like Centerville to run the program.
They do. We talked about that back in 2010 when we were upgrading our building. You don't want to build a building that can service all those trucks if you really aren't serious about continuing the program. Back then we had overwhelming support. When we started talking about this recycling program going to the toter cans, we did a survey again. They really liked that idea and very supportive of our department. So yeah, they know the guys, they know the trucks, and first and foremost, they can call us and we're going to respond to their questions and their calls for service. Whereas if you have a contractor, you never know who you're going to get on the phone and how quickly they can respond.
And we offer so many services through our waste collection program, and we're going to review those. But getting back to actually the recycling, so we want everyone, we encourage everyone to recycle, but if you have the new container, as you said, it's marked with the lid about what will be accepted, but it's really the same items that we've always accepted, right?
It is. It's just hoping to make that a little bit more convenient for someone. We've always given brochures, or we have it available on our website, but having that embossed right on the lid, right when you're ready to dispose of something, you can quickly look down and see if something is encouraged to be recycled or if you should dispose of that in your waste container. And
let's review for everybody what we do accept. So when you put your items out, we're still asking you to separate your waste collection from your recyclables on either side of your drive.
That's the best, yes.
Okay.
Again, because we want that separation around the automated truck. So we want our recycle cans on the opposite side of the driveway. That's the easiest, most distinguishable way to separate those.
And you can still put out unlimited amount of recycling.
You can, yes.
And these are the items that we will accept. So if you want to review it, glass, of course, that's I guess a general one. Everyone knows glass with bottles and jars. By the way, we do ask that you rinse everything out, right?
That's correct. Yep, rinse them out. You don't have to remove labels, but rinse everything out so it's a clean container to go and recycle. Plastic, we accept the bottles and jugs, cartons, like the gable top cartons, food and beverage cartons, paper, newspapers, magazines, cardboard. We ask that be broken down. So many things now are coming through Amazon.
I never thought about that, but that probably really increases the amount of boxes.
Absolutely increases it, yes.
Yeah.
Our drivers are reporting that all the time, that there's so many boxes through online ordering, not just Amazon, but those cardboard boxes then to be broken down really helps to get that in there. And especially with the new containers, you can get a lot of material in those new containers, especially if you break them down. So break down the cardboard.
Break down those boxes.
That's right. Metals, aluminum, and tin cans, and even aerosol cans as long as they're empty.
And I didn't realize that about aerosol cans.
Yeah, as long as they're empty. They're recyclable. The one thing we didn't mention is if you don't have the container, still 32 gallons maximum size for the container.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So those are the items that we'll pick up, and again, that's every day on your collection day. You can put those out, whether you have the new container
Right.
or a regular container. And if you have your own container, we do recommend that you put the orange recycling sticker,
Right.
which you can pick up at Public Works, or you can stop by the city building and get that sticker. But if you are looking at items that you cannot recycle, these are things that we can't accept because our recycler doesn't accept them.
Right, and that's a lot of times people will call us and
Yeah.
say, well, why don't you or accept this? And it's simply because we're the courier. We're the pickup service to take it to a facility, which is downtown Dayton, and they don't accept it. So we don't accept anything that they don't accept. And it's their processing equipment. For instance, one of the things that's very common is bags, either a tall kitchen bag that people put their material in, or the smaller shopping bags that you get your groceries or products in. Those bags, they go through their sorting facility and they just clog them up and it tears down their equipment. So they don't accept those. Bags like that could go to Kroger or your Home Depot, Lowe's type stores that do offer those.
Yeah, every store has a big container
They do.
as you walk in, recycle your bags here. And so we would encourage people to do that for
Right.
recycling bags,
Sure.
right?
Yep, repurpose those bags or throw them in the refuse, but if they're intent on recycling those, then you have to use a service like those drop-off containers for that.
Okay. And also fabric. That's kind of an unusual thing. Do we get calls about fabric?
We do occasionally, sure. Or it'll be things that our drivers tag and flag and let us know on. So anything that's on this list is something that we see typically. So fabric we do not accept. Batteries, of course, they're a hazardous material.
Right.
All the way from your car battery to your smaller button type batteries or your A's, AA batteries, all those types of batteries we do not accept. I think we'll show a slide here where you can take those too, but
Yeah.
we do not accept those for recycling. Glass products, a lot of times a broken window or a screen door or some type of a door will get plate glass. We don't accept that. Scrap metal, wood, those types of items are not currently accepted for recycling.
And if you have any questions about that, you can always go to our website, centervilleohio.gov, or you can call 428-4782, because I know we've upgraded our brochure. We have lots of information that we can make available to you all. But really, the program has been going on, I don't know for how long, many, many years, right?
A recycling program, I think we were one of the first in Montgomery County to offer recycling, so we continue to offer that. And the program now, we've rolled out 2 areas of these recycling carts. People are very receptive to them. What we did is we basically sent out a letter to everyone in those areas that we were targeting. And if they wanted a cart, we were not going to make it mandatory.
Okay.
If they wanted a cart, they could set out recycling. We saw that we had more people setting out recycling just to get a cart.
Really?
So they could start recycling, sure.
Now, what if you're not in an area that has the cart yet? Do you still need to wait until your area? Okay.
That's correct,
All
yeah.
right, so
A
we
lot of
ask for your patience.
Right. Again, we're trying to get those carts through
Yeah.
grants and applying for that so we can get those carts assisted and then out to the whole city eventually.
So you probably will see in certain neighborhoods. What neighborhoods have started already?
It's the Cheltenham, Nestle Creek area has it. That's Wednesday's refuse route or recycling route. And then the Concept East neighborhood, which is Monday's route.
Okay, and so as Doug was saying, it's going to be a program that's just going to kind of go in phases. So we'll keep you updated as each new neighborhood gets containers, but you'll probably also see it. And eventually, you think in the next 3 to 5 years, everybody will have it?
Right, exactly.
For sure.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, something else that's very exciting that's going to be happening, talking about all this pickup, we have our free bulk item pickup week, which is very popular. People literally wait all year for this.
They do.
And it's coming up beginning May 1st through 4th. It's on your regular pickup day. And boy, this is when you pick up all kinds of stuff.
It is. It follows the ever popular garage sale.
The garage sale, which is
garage
April
sale.
27th through 29th. But if you can't get rid of some things, then you're looking to, this is a free service that we offer our waste collection customers.
We get a lot of calls for special pickups. We do special pickups outside of this free week for a nominal charge when people have large amounts of stuff that they want to clean up. And that's very popular, and that's a fee-based service. So last couple of weeks we've been getting those same calls, and we're encouraging people to wait. And a lot of people know this week, just like you said, after garage sales. But this, it's a great opportunity for people to really do some spring cleaning, get rid of a lot of stuff, yard waste, all kinds of stuff you'll see out on your regular collection day, the week of May 1 through 4.
And we pick up how many tons? Do you even know offhand?
I don't know
just
offhand.
Unbelievable. I mean, when you see, we have some photos of some of the stuff that goes by, but I mean, we have all hands on deck for this week, right? Everybody's out working on this.
Everybody's out. All of our equipment's out. everything is being implemented to get this cleaned up. We take pride in getting it done. Every day's route will get done. We have to work a little bit, sometimes a little bit later, but we get everything done. But it's 2 or 3 times the amount of waste material that we normally would get on a week.
And we remind everybody that you want to put everything out by 7 a.m. on your waste collection day. And quite honestly, if you place it the day before, we know that people throughout the region come through Centerville during that week to kind of find what they can pick up. So if you want to put it out the day before, go ahead and see what happens. But you all will pick up everything with some exceptions or restrictions. So let's review that for people as well. Yeah.
Like we talked about earlier, any kind of hazardous material. So anything that's automotive fluids, oils, those types of items, or explosive fireworks or those types of things, we do not pick up anything with hazardous material. Anything with a lot of large building products, so dirt, concrete, household remodeling type projects, we do not pick up those large bulk items.
And Doug, let me interrupt for a second. But if you would put out something that would not be acceptable, we're not going to take it, but we'll tag it, right?
That's correct. Yeah, it'll be noted that we didn't take it. And that's another good thing before we go on is, if people put stuff out, it's not necessarily going to be collected by the same truck. We have different trucks picking up different materials. So a dishwasher may get picked up by a different truck than we collect waste. It just depends on the day, the time, what time of day it is, how many crew members we have out there. So we want people to just kind of wait towards the end of the day, and if it's not collected for a reason, there will be a tag on it.
Okay, all right, that's good to know, because I've had, believe it or not, several calls this week about old TV sets.
Yeah,
people like to put those out. That's such a high ticket
common.
item years ago, and now they're just disposable.
With all the flat screen TVs now, everybody's getting rid of those all large, heavy TVs. Yeah, they set those out. Continuing with our items that our regulations, branches need to be cut to 4-foot lengths and bundled. We do get a lot of brush during this time of year, so we ask, because we're hand loading that material most of the time, 4-foot length and bundled. Same with any kind of other yard or other debris is 4 foot. Carpet the same way, 4 feet in length, wrapped, taped, or bundled some way so we can grab that. The other yard waste, bagged or bundled again, but it needs to be so we can pick it up and get that into the truck.
Okay, and then let's talk about mattresses, because we do have a restriction on mattresses. We'll pick them up no matter what the size, right? But they need to be bagged.
Yeah, they need to be bagged. You can get large bags, and they are very large bags at some of the home improvement stores, or we have them
specifically
at Public
made
Works.
For mattresses.
Right.
Yeah.
So the mattresses in the box springs need to be sealed. So once you get them in those bags, seal them up with some tape, and then have them out there, and we'll collect those. We do get a lot of mattresses as well.
And again, we want to remind you, if you are cleaning out your garage, or if you're trying to get rid of things, hazardous materials like paint, things like that cannot be put out because they won't be picked up. But you can take those to Montgomery County, right?
You can. And let me say something about the paint. If the paint is dried, so you could dry it with like a kitty litter or some kind, they have a commercial type of thing that you can put in the paint can and dry that material. It cannot be in a liquid form. Or if it's just a very small amount and you open up the lid a week before and you let it dry out and it hardens, that can be disposed of. But anything liquid paint, so if the can has a lid on it, we're not going to typically shake it to find out if it's liquid or solid. The can would need to be open and shown that there's nothing in there, or that it's in solid form. But if it's in liquid form, you can take it to Montgomery County and they will accept the paint. All
right, and I want to give mcohio.org is where you want to check that out, so you can get hours. And also for hazardous materials, you can drop it off at the solid waste transfer station. And again, that's something that you can go on the website, or we have the information there, because we want to make sure that all of our guys stay safe too. Also, before we close here, we just want to let people know, if for some reason they can't get it together to put stuff out during the free bulk item pickup week, you can put things out. You can call us 428-4782 and schedule a pickup, right?
That's correct.
All right, well, thanks for the information. If you have any questions, feel free to call the City of Centerville at 433-7151, or visit our website, centervilleohio.gov. We'll see you next time.